Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Jack, and this channel is about fundamentals, whether it be finances, fitness, or different systems for life. Today, I'm breaking down how money actually works in America, and throughout this series, I'll explain different aspects of finances in a simple way, similar to how I would teach them in a school setting. So let's go ahead and get into it. So most people work their entire lives without ever understanding how money actually works, and that isn't their fault. They were never taught, and the system will never teach them. We are meant to be consumers, not investors, and we need to break this to be able to get out of the rat race and into financial freedom. So, most everyone is never taught finance in school. This channel is meant to fill that gap. So to start, money flows through four places. It can never disappear, and it only trades value across different assets. So what are the four places of flow? So the four places of flow are income, expenses, savings, and investments. So your income is anything that you get paid or that you earn. Your expenses are anything that you have to pay out, and your savings are any money that you keep, and your investments are any money that you use to make yourself more money. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Most people know these four things. So this leads us to the trap: working, spending, and repeating constantly. This is similar to living paycheck to paycheck, or um, just spending everything you have and you're constantly waiting to get more. Nobody should have to live like this. So here's a few important points I want to go ahead and lay out. So income alone will never build wealth because you can always just outspend your own income. You could make $1 million a year and spend it all. And you could make $30,000 a year and spend it all. Income alone cannot build wealth. You can also never make more than what you have with your 24 hours. Like if you're, for example, a barber, you can only cut so many heads in those 24 hours to make money. You'll never be able to get more. You'll also never own anything with just income. Like you'll never own a house or you'll never own different assets. And with income, you always raise your expenses to meet the income unless you check yourself. So, going into savings, savings alone will also fail. And that is because of inflation. Inflation is an invisible monetary force in which your money that you have currently becomes less valuable. And for example, with the US dollars, because more is printed. So if there were only $100 in the entire country, those $100 are pretty valuable amongst everybody in the country. But if there was $100 trillion, they're less valuable per person. So the current rate of inflation is roughly 2%, and that's a pretty average inflation rate. There's been periods of times where it goes a lot higher, and there's been periods of time where it goes a lot lower. But so what essentially this means is every year that goes by, you can buy 2.7% less with the same amount of money. And I'll go over that on the next slide here. So we've got a bar chart, and this is the year 2000, and this is your dollars. So $1,000 in the year 2000, and think of the bar itself as your value. So your value in 2000 is almost half, or your value in 2024 is half as much as in the years 2000. Because in the year 2000, $1,000 is now equal to approximately $1,800 in 2024. So to get the value of $1,000 in 2000, you need to have $1,800 in 2024. Put a little bit more simply, $1 in 2000 is equal to $1.82 in 2024, roughly. All right. So if savings alone can't win and income alone can't win, then what can get us there? We get to investing. So investing is ownership. You actually own pieces of companies like Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, Amazon, any of the big companies you can think of, or You can own physical assets such as gold, or like today's world, we have cryptocurrencies, and then land and real estate also fall into this. Really, anything that's considered valuable to people, you can invest in it. So, this is a good time to explain what the difference between ownership and speculation is, or investing and speculation. So, investing is you're looking to gain wealth, and speculating is you're looking for like a more short-term influx of money. So think gambling versus buying gold over the course of 20 years. You can gamble $10,000 once and maybe you win, probably you're going to lose, or you can invest in that $10,000 into gold and you'll either maintain your value, you might lose a little bit of value, but chances are over the course of X amount of time, you're probably going to make a little bit of money. All right. So, moving forward, what's the real goal here? The real goal is to make money work for you. Like I said, you only have 24 hours in a day, and the idea is to make money while you sleep. And if you can do that, you're maximizing your 24 hours. Otherwise, you're just constantly spending your income alone from like your job, or like if you have, I don't know, just any kind of income. Um, and another big idea of investment is compounding interest. I'm going to go over that in later videos because it's a super important topic. But that's really just the idea that your money will turn into more money over time. All right. So the big picture here is to get ahead and to get out of the rat race, you have to control the flow of your money. So you get money with your income, and then it's divided into your savings, expenses, investments. So you need to control your expenses, and in essence, you got to control your savings and investments as well. And this is the flow. And ideally, your investments can start to put more money into your savings, and you can limit your expenses from taking from your income. This is very basic stuff just for intro video here, and obviously I'm going to go into more of this stuff in the future. All right, so like I said, on this channel, I plan on teaching about saving, investing, and how to build monetary and life systems. So for the next 30 days, try tracking your money. Thinking back to this, if you don't know where your income is going, then you have no chance of being able to control it. The first step of being able to control it is to know where it's going. So try tracking it for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, tally up your income, your savings, your investments, and your expenses. Even if you're not investing yet, just do your income, your savings, and your expenses. And you'll be able to gain a ton of insight into your own finances just by tracking your expenses alone. Because that really tells you where money's coming out. Most people know what they make, but most people don't really know what's going out, or they sort of like have a diluted version of what's actually going out because they don't want to look at it. All right. So this is just the beginning of this channel. The more we learn, the faster we can win the game of money, or just the game of financial freedom in general. So subscribe and like the video, turn on notifications, and be sure to catch the rest of the courses in my playlist. I'll be posting a minimum of 1 video per week. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and I hope I helped explain some things. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening. Until next time.